Singh, ex-VC, Vinoba Bhave University, as the chair for this first technical session. So please come on the stage. MD, Hoya India Private Limited, Mumbai. मंच पर मैं आमंत्रित करना चाहूंगी प्रोफेसर डॉक्टर ORS राव, VC, इक्फा यूनिवर्सिटी झारखंड, और मंच पर मैं आमंत्रित करना चाहूंगी श्री संजय सिंह, Head of Department Finance, CCL. And now, as we have the chair and the speakers on the stage, now may I hand over the session to the chair. Sir, the session is all yours.
Once again, very good morning and welcome back to the technical session of Assocham Leadership Award 2017. So, honorable dignitaries on the dais, ladies and gentlemen. You may not be able to see, but the topic was quality and affordability in healthcare. This is one of the most hot topic being discussed at every platform, whether it is in the government sector, whether it is in the private sector. In background of the recent government decision on the price capping on certain medical devices, many more are on the pipeline. So it is very difficult when you talk about quality and affordability. Basically, we are saying to merge two poles together. It's practically not so easy, but definitely India is a country of innovation. Many things are happening. Many leaders are there trying to accommodate how we can offer the quality and affordability together. So Hoya as a company, we are on 75 years of optical technology, and primarily I am representing the company called Hoya Medical India that dealing with the intraocular lenses that required during the cataract surgery. Probably it is one of the massive surgeries being done every year. In fact, worldwide, close to 25 million cataract surgery being performed. Out of 6 million cataract surgery being performed in India itself. So 1/4 of the cataract surgery is being performed in India itself. So very much important, again, how we can, because next to heart probably it is eye. When you able to see, then when you able to appreciate what is good and bad. So we need to ensure, yes, technology has been reached to a certain level, and further as industry people, as innovator people are trying to how we further improve. So, we have talked about Hoya. So, we are 75, it's a Japanese company, 75 years in optical technology. So, when in India people say cell, little bit still in every house or everywhere. Similarly, when we talk about Hoya, little bit of optical technology, particularly with Hoya, it is there with everybody's pocket. Why we are saying the pocket? Because when everybody is using a smartphone, so all fine touch screen glasses in fact come from the Hoya, irrespective of the company. But today we are going to discuss more about the medical part. So in medical part we are going to discuss about the intraocular lenses. So if you are, we'll go a little bit more serious, I would like to tell you what is Hoya about. Maybe in the end I'll show you the videos because I'm using somebody else's laptop. So just to start with, what is cataract? I think cataract is not a disease. It is an aging process. So everybody, but it's not depend upon how long you are going to live there. So it is aging, like wrinkles are happening. Similarly, cataract is the natural lens becomes cloudy, and light doesn't pass through that, so you're not able to see it. Or if you're able to see it, quality of vision is not, it's quite a blurred vision. From this full finger, you're able to see one finger or two fingers, so that we say it's a cataract. So what happened in cataract during this cataract surgeries? Surgeon removed the natural lens and put the artificial lens. So we are in the business of the artificial lens. And cataract, the most important factor when you visit to the cataract surgeon, I think you are going for two things basically, about the reputation of the doctors, or you are aware about how the surgeon is skill level and how they are doing it, and second, what kind of lenses is going to implant inside the eye. That two things basically going to help you outcome of the vision. Of course, during the surgery, many high-end equipments are being also used, but two long terms, one is surgeon, second about interference is very, very important for final outcome of the vision. We have just discussed about the estimation, so almost all kind of vision loss, 60% and more than 60% just because of the cataract. And it can be 100% curable because the success rate is more than 99%, I would say, it's possible. Unless until some problem inside the internal things and doctor could not able to diagnose properly. Otherwise, as per the surgical skill is concerned, technology is concerned, it is very, very high success rate is there. Over the period, like it's not too long, within 30 years or 40 years, like different procedures are being performed from this. Earlier, you are removing the entire capsular bag where you put the lens there. So from 6-8 millimeter surgeries, now it's been reduced to close to 2 and even less than 2 millimeters. When you talk about 2 millimeter, it is basically just one dot there. So if the surgeon is really good, procedure has gone as per the plan, it's a very, after few hours, it's very difficult to say which eye has gone under the surgery. So it is so successful and it is so predictable surgeries are there. It is important when we talk about after the surgeon, the most important is intraocular lenses. How the lens, like lens in terms of technology, whether it is material or design, and now we have the like preloaded disposable system. How it has changed over the period of time. So we can divide the intraocular technologies in the three fronts in terms of material, design, or delivery system. Earlier, just even still today, I think the last number of lens being implanted, which is rigid in nature in terms of material, it is called PMMA. So it is a 6 millimeter optic size. So naturally, you need to incision size more than 6 mm. But many surgeons, they are doing this foldable. Foldable lens can be implanted into less than 6 mm. That means now in fact we have 1.8 or even 2 mm or 2.2 millimeter surgeries can be done. So these days definitely so foldable lenses are available in the country, and again it is quite affordable. It is a lot of domestic player and a lot of MNCs are available there. So with design, now it has been converted to sharp-edge design, and now the latest technology is come up. It is called frosted edge design. So edge side is a frosted, so like it diverted in different directions. So you are getting more sharp design. Similarly, like surface of this optical is being now ozone surface treated. So that gives you the long term. It is little technical, but like many times, many patients who went under the cataract surgery after a few years, is called secondary cataract. Like one small thin layer just come back to the lens behind. So we say it's a PCO in technical terminology. But now the new technology has developed, so it can be like almost PCO free lens can also be possible. Then the last things about the delivery system. Lens when going it is like when 6 mm, it is folded into 2.8 or less than 2, then it has to go through the one injector or delivery system. So currently, I think just 5-6 years back, all these companies, whether it is domestic or imported one, you need to load the lens in separate system. So it's like 3-4 different 5 stages are there. So you need to fold it first, then you load it, and then push inside the eye. And accordingly, the incision side, you have seen that it is going lower and lower. What Hoya bring into this optical technology, particularly intraocular lenses? So intraocular lenses, it has like 30 years of innovation. So if you see every second, third year, something new product, I would say improved versions are coming up there. So It's much easier because when the moment you use many systems, chances of like holdings and other thing, it will impact outcome of the vision. Even chances of stability is also compromised when you have different states. But now Hoya has introduced in year 2007, almost 1 decade back, it's a preloaded, so lenses from the factory directly is coming on the loaded platform and just surgeon has to put. So they have reduced significantly from 3-4 stages, it is just a preloaded. So chances of stability is better, chances of forceps marks are not there, and chances of opening of the lens inside the eye is very, very predictable because it is almost 99%, it is like computerized kind of things are there. So stability is very, very high. So you have seen like every stage where has bring something, one another technology in the Indian market as well as in the global market it is there. This is what we are talking about, the 7 stages versus just one single stage. The moment you go, because there are few doctors here, so when you use more and more things, the chances of infections and other things are higher. But when you have the preloaded something, then it's much easier and it's like almost risk-free in other ways there. Many advantages of small incision, particularly these days when we talk about India is the diabetic capital, right? So a smaller incision is always healing and other thing is quite faster. So naturally foldable lenses going less than 2 millimeter and maybe like 1.8 and that too on the preloaded platform. It is another added advantage to the diabetic patient. In another way, I would say it should be the first choice for the diabetic patient because any foreign body is not going inside. Chances of infection and healing is much faster with the preloaded. So Hoya first time introduced in Indian market 7 years back, though it is globally available for last 10 years, preloaded disposable. Entire industry it was reusable. So it was tough task. Why we are talking about leadership? Because all big companies all these are big companies, everybody is on different stages are there. And Hoya is the first company, so first educating to the surgeon because we cannot sell directly to the patient. Educating to the surgeon how it is advantage, preloaded disposable technology. Because the moment you talk about surgeon, they said everything in my hand come as a preloaded because nurses and paramedical staff they are loading the lens. But of course, if in his hand it is coming as a preloaded, but for the patient point of view, because you are 4 or 5 stages is reducing. The moment you are not using forceps, the moment you are not taking from the lens to the cartridges and other things, chances of any mask on the optic is getting reduced. So this was a huge challenge. So we have started many live surgery sessions. We have started counselor sessions. We have started senior citizen meetings there. And today I would say entire world is now moving on the preloaded. And I am more happy to say even the domestic player is now providing the preloaded disposable lenses. So this is the huge impact where in India we have been it. Of course we are going in Japan, being a Japanese company, it is, we are pioneer and world leader. So now it is there and these intraocular lenses are quite affordable. So it's a huge difference because the moment you go to the doctor's, they say it's a no touch, so cost is many times. But just moving from one lens to another lens, just few thousand extra, and you are getting one of the best technology in your eyes. Yes, when you do something different and you establish and do it again and again, you are getting recognized and rewarded. So recently, like economy times, we got the Asia-based healthcare device award. It's happened in the Dubai. So it's not only intraocular lenses, entire medical devices, it has been recognized one of the innovative products and which can be affordable to the masses there. Similarly, Assocham also we have got this award leadership award. So these are the efforts we have been did there. And I have mentioned like now the many Indian companies are now providing preloaded disposable lenses. With this my presentation, I'll just show you one video where I
beauty,
impacting the cataract.
majesty, color, splendor, display for all to see. But then again, not all can see. Millions of people, mostly over the age of 65, are blinded by cataracts every year, robbing them of so much beauty in their lives. But thanks to advancements in eye surgery, sight for cataract patients can be restored. Every year, eye surgeons around the world perform more than 23 million cataract surgeries, and this number is expected to rise by 3 to 5% annually. Both the surgical procedure and design of the intraocular lenses are key factors to regaining quality vision following cataract surgery. And Hoya Surgical Optics is a major manufacturer and worldwide supplier of intraocular lenses. Hoya, founded in Japan, is today a global medical and technology company, providing the world with the most innovative optic-based products. In the field of information technology, Hoya manufactures critical high-precision components for LCD panels, hard disk drives, and semiconductor devices. And for more than 70 years, we have applied our precision optics expertise to healthcare in the making of eyeglasses, endoscopes, and intraocular lenses. At Hoya Surgical Optics, we are singularly focused on pioneering intraocular lenses, or IOLs, and the delivery systems that surgeons use to insert the IOL into the eye. We have developed a wide range of optics and highly innovative lens materials. These include single vision and toric premium intraocular lenses with either a UV blocker or a special blue light filter for added protection, all of which can be introduced into the eye through a tiny incision. Hoya Surgical Optics is the worldwide leader in developing IOLs that are pre-assembled within the delivered system, and millions of our iSurf lenses have been implanted by surgeons globally. But we're not just a company that develops and manufactures lenses and delivery systems. We also work closely with eye surgeons around the world to restore sight, to enable vision, to help cataract patients celebrate life visually. Hoya Surgical Optics prides itself in maintaining the highest level of quality, from design to development to manufacturing, and all the way through to implantation. All this to ensure that surgeons have IOLs that are easy to use, and patients receive the safest and highest quality lenses for their eyes. The power of sight and the joy it brings is what inspires us at Hoya Surgical Optics. Together with eye surgeons, we are constantly looking out for what patients and doctors need, and pioneering products that meet those needs. So whatever the future holds for cataract patients, they know that Hoya Surgical Optics is committed to finding solutions for them.
Thank you, Mr. Mukesh, MD Hoya India Private Limited, Mumbai. You passed on very useful information to audience about the cataract. But that was the cataract of vision. I was wondering if you, being one of the largest industry in this field, I was really wondering if you can invent some kind of mechanism to not to have intellectual contract. So we will discuss later on in question answer hours on this very interesting topic, especially interesting to aging people sitting here. Thank you very much. Our next speaker is Dr. O.R.S. Rao, Vice Chancellor, ICFA University in Jharkhand. He will speak on excellence in higher education. Very interesting topic. especially for excursionist, Dr. Rao.
Dr. S.K. Singh, chairperson for this session, dear co-panelists, respected guests, both from industry and academics and media. A very good afternoon to all of you. At the outset, I would like to thank the organizers of Assocham for having given me the opportunity to come and stand before you. And I'm more particularly thankful to them for giving us the Award of Excellence in Higher Education. The credit for this goes to our entire team. And some of us are present in today's seminar, and some of us are there in our university running the operations. The entire credit goes to all of them. Talking of the topic, the excellence in higher education. Whenever we talk of excellence in higher education, it means differently to different people. If you ask a student, you ask him, what is excellence in higher education? He says, if I get a good job, good salary, it's excellence. When you talk to the faculty and ask them, what is excellence in higher education? What is excellence for your university? Whether promotional rank, Tankhah rank, it's excellence for them. You ask the government, what is excellence in higher education? If you global ranking, you are excellent. That way, like the beauty, it's the eyes of the beholder. Like every stakeholder, the excellence means differently from their own perspective. But what I thought is, when we are looking at the excellence and excellence in higher education, let's look at all the other stakeholders also. Apart from the students, parents, employees, particularly for the higher education, unlike in the case of primary and secondary education, primary and secondary education, they are just a foundation for further studies. But as far as the higher education is concerned, for most of us, it's the terminal at the final stage of formal education. It doesn't mean to say that we will not get educated, we keep on studying further and further. But it is the more or less the ultimate stage of the formal education. And the expectation out of that could be different for different people. So they, apart from these stakeholders, they got the industry who employs these students. So their expectation is different. Similarly, a much bigger canvas of the society. Because the society's expectation from the people is also different. So looking at this, so what I thought is, let's look at sort of from the overall or the holistic perspective. Like, what is the expectation and what do you mean by excellence in higher education for the holistic sense? Particularly from a university perspective, where there are multiple disciplines into that. And also the universities, and for that matter, any higher education institution, that's a seat of learning. That is the first thing. The jobs and salaries, all of them will come later. The primary purpose of any higher education institute, is the learning. Why I am more focusedly saying learning is, most of the mistake that they should do teaching. Unless and otherwise, teaching is very well connected with the learning. Unless the learners learn, the teaching is of no use. So to that extent, if you ask me, one of the most important things is the teaching, learning, and ultimately an assessment and evaluation. So the excellence has to refer to that and say that how the teaching and learning processes are going on in that institutional level. Then when we talk of like what are the kind of processes into that, ultimately the purpose of this is, like as we mentioned, they are looking for a job. For a job, it has to go beyond knowledge. Beyond knowledge, the students must have skills. The skills could be, one, you got what you call the hard skills, your functional skills. The second is a personality. Personality today, in fact, particularly in this region, like a lot of them are very intelligent, hardworking, but when it comes to the communication skills, sort of they, sort of still get to be sort of grown into that. It's nothing to do with the Hindi or English. It's just a matter of the communication skills. So starting with the communication skills, going up to working with the people, working in an environment, and all these things are categorized as soft skills. And higher education institution, we can't say that this is the raw material, but at the same time, like in fact, we want to see, irrespective of the raw material, it is the job of the university to convert them into graduates who are good in soft skills in terms of the communication skills, working in teams, and various things. The second aspect is the hands-on skills. Today, wherever somebody goes into the industry for a job, they are not concerned as to how much you learn. They want to know how much, like in fact, hands-on skills that you have. Somebody may have a distinction, but it doesn't matter to them. What matters is, like how much they are going to apply the knowledge into a situation. So these are the two things. To that extent, any university or any higher education has to focus on imparting the hands-on skills to them. Then at another dimension, the skills will make, a graduating student a good professional. A professional will get a job, तनख्वाह मिलती है, अच्छा benefits मिलते हैं. Is that the end of it? In the last few years, we have been seeing making money is only one part of it. People that make a lot of money, ultimately are they happy? They are not. A lot of them that have made hundreds of thousands of crores of money, ultimately they can't sleep at home. They are forced to sleep in prisons. Why it has happened? It is because something very important for a human being is lacking, that is the character. Values, ethics, character, iska abhav hai. That is the reason why these people, they spend their lifetime. They thought that they learn for themselves, learn for the family. So, a university or higher education has to focus on molding the character of the student and the values of the student. In fact, that is a lot more lasting than even the knowledge and skills. Knowledge and skills can be learned at any point of time. Today, thanks to Dr. Google or Professor Google, or so many online courses that are there. But as far as character building is concerned, that is something that somebody has to help out. That is where the teacher is important. How to take care of your health. To take care of your health, we did not study MBBS. We did not become a doctor at all. This is something very fundamental. Otherwise, you go to US, they tell you how to. We know how to make money, but we don't know how to manage money. They teach you on how to take care of your money. So, taking care of this, what we thought was, we have introduced a subject called health and happiness. Starting this year, for all of our programs, we introduced a full semester course. It's a non-credit course on health and happiness. There we have tied up with one of the leading hospitals in Ranchi. Sort of with some doctors, sort of periodically they come and take some sessions with the students on how to take care of your health. And plus we have kind of a structure, some courses on what is happiness and how to achieve the happiness and what are the various elements of happiness. Then the fourth aspect is, like every one of us become members of the society. As a member of the society, I have to become a citizen, a responsible and responsive citizen. And I must know on how to take care of that. Keeping this in mind, like we try to sort of bring in lot of kind of initiatives on the social consciousness among the students. In fact, we have got a neighboring village called Simelia. We have adopted that village. And for the school students, primary, secondary school students, we have been conducting remedial process. Classes are conducted by our students and also by our faculty members. Some health awareness camps are conducting into that. And together we want to conduct some health camps around the hospital. These are a few initiatives we are trying to take. Similarly, there are some schools for the blind children. Like we are trying to see how to help them. So like this, some social initiatives, if we involve the students early, yes, their consciousness will build, and tomorrow expect that at least they can sustain that in their life. And another thing, today a lot of students, they don't know how to make a career, what are the strengths and weaknesses. We got a systematic mechanism to counsel the students on what are your strengths and how to build your own career into that. And career doesn't mean simply a job, career also means an entrepreneurship. So we have got our programs, Alliance, we have got a program on entrepreneurship, all the students, so that they know at some stage or other they want to become an entrepreneur and how to become one. Then, what is the outcome of this? In the last few years, our campus placements have been going up, and in fact we are able to get something like 90% to 100% placement, except in BTech. BTech, we have a problem on hand. The BTech, particularly, the second leg of our activities regarding the research. 5 years back, we started a part-time PhD program in management. And we are proud to tell you that we are going to attract the best talent from across the Mumbai, Pune, Delhi, Northeast, from everywhere people come. Jharkhand working in the industry, working in companies like IBM, Microsoft, HSBC Bank, others. And today, all the students, more than 70% of the scholars, they do research in the interdisciplinary areas. We don't force them to do one area into that. And so far we have awarded 11 PhD. And there is a regular program because of that people come from across the country. And this evaluation is done by distinguished academicians from renowned institutions like the IIT Kharagpur or IIT Kanpur or BHU Varanasi. They come and evaluate them. So that it's not just a degree, but they have done something very, very good to that. We believe that research and education must put together. We leverage our research scholars for the benefit of our students. In terms of the guest lecturers and see that how they can understand what is happening in the industry. And today the award of recognition that is given to us, we thank the Assocham. It's a great motivator for us. And while all of them appreciate that, our entire team, all of us, we keep remembering the words of Robert Frost. The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep and nights to go before I sleep. Nights before we sleep. We know that we have done very small. There are a long way to go. Thank you very much for giving the opportunity.
I would like to interrupt by the permission of the chair. I'm really sorry to interrupt in this technical session, but we have a very important guest. मैं क्षमा चाहती हूँ कि मैंने इस टेक्निकल सेशन में इंटरप्ट किया है। चेयरमैन की परमिशन के साथ हमारे बीच आज के इस कार्यक्रम में शिरकत करते हुए माननीय मंत्री झारखंड सरकार श्री सरयू भाई जी का आगमन हो चुका है और हम 2-4 कार्यों के साथ क्योंकि वक्ताओं का उद्योग चल रहा था, स्पीचेस से हमने बीच में नहीं रोका, पर आपकी इस उपस्थिति से वाकई हम काफी देर से आपकी प्रतीक्षा में थे। हम सब आह्लादित हैं और मैं अनुरोध करूंगी रीजनल डायरेक्टर श्री के सिंह साहब से, असोचम के यहाँ मौजूद हैं, कि उन्हें पुष्पगुच्छ देकर उनका अभिनंदन करें। तो आज के इस कार्यक्रम में माननीय मंत्री पुष्पगुच्छ देकर उनका अभिनंदन करते हुए आज के इस कार्यक्रम में उनकी मौजूदगी इस बात को प्रमाणित करती है कि उन्होंने इस कार्यक्रम के महत्व को समझते हुए इस कार्यक्रम की गरिमा को बढ़ाने की कार्य किया है और जमशेदपुर से सीधे हमारे बीच इतनी व्यस्तता के बावजूद आए हैं। मैं तहे दिल से असोचम परिवार की तरफ से उनका अभिनंदन करती हूँ। यह कार्यक्रम चलता रहेगा। इस बीच में हमारे 2 स्पीकर्स रह गए हैं, तो उनकी अनुमति से मैं वापस ये मंच जो है चेयर को सौंपती हूँ कि इन दोनों स्पीकर्स को हम सुन लेंगे, लेकिन इसके पहले कि मैं मंच जो है वो चेयर को चंद शब्दों के साथ माननीय मंत्री का अभिनंदन करें।
Sanjay, Honorable Minister for Parliamentary Affairs, Food, Public Distribution and Consumer Affairs. In fact, we are expecting him right in the inaugural session, but due to some extremely unavoidable circumstances, he could not pay his gracious visit. He was badly struck up in Jamshedpur, his aeroplane could not take off due to bad weather, due to poor visibility. His aeroplane took off only about an hour back, and considering our request, he conceded to it, and he is straight coming from Jamshedpur to BNR Hotel Chanakya to pay his gracious visit. On behalf of Assocham, I extend my most cordial welcome to you for your gracious presence in this national summit. My friends, we all know your qualities as one of the most popular and visionary leaders of the state. We all know about the Honorable Minister, Mr. Saryu, one of the most popular and visionary leaders of the state. Your empowering, insightful and thought-provoking ideas have always been influencing human conscience. We are really pleased to have your gracious presence in this national summit. I also take the privilege to welcome all my distinguished invitees, guests, friends of electronic and print media who are with us in this technical session. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Dr. You have spoken a very needful topic, much concern to the society in general, and especially to higher section people. We will probably raise some questions in question and answer hours. Can this country of 1,300 million people afford excellence in education? Can the quality and quantity go together? Is the central government and state government, are the central government and state government trying for improving excellence? They are trying simply for increasing the GER, graduate enrollment record. And where the literacy of the country is above 55% literacy, just to how to know the sign. Literacy is above 55%. Can we, for a couple of years or decades, think about excellence in higher education? There are constraints in this country. Well, I wish somebody can answer these questions. Thank you very much, Dr. Our next speaker is Shri Sanjay Sinha. He's a very vibrant speaker, and Sanjay Singh. And you will be surprised to know that he's heading the Department of Finance, HOD Finance, Central Coalfield Limited, but he is going to speak on leadership, Lotus in leadership. Nice topic. Please, Shri Singh.
Thank you, sir. Respectable Shri Saryu sir, one of the most dynamic leaders of this eastern region and very favorite leader of the masses and very effective minister of this Jharkhand government. Respectable chair of this session, Dr. Singh, my co-speakers on the dais, rather I should say leaders on the dais and of the dais, ladies and gentlemen, and also to the people who are busy with their WhatsApp and Facebook right now, very good afternoon to everyone. First of all, I would extend a great congratulations to each and everyone who has got award in this today's leadership award. But I must also congratulate all the persons who have not got this award, because You might have seen Sachin Tendulkar scoring so much of runs, he probably might have scored 1 lakh runs in his career. And if you remove 4s and 6s from his runs, the rest of the runs he has made by running. But we forgot the other person who has also run when he was running, and he has not got any credit to that. So unless the society helps the leader can't achieve anything. So let us all congratulate to our society members for contributing to the leaders who have got award today. It would be very unfair on part of me if I don't name especially Mundrita Chatterjee. She has got a special award today, and she is the leader of masses. So, at this tender age, when other girls play with the toys and gudiyas, he has thought of Swachhta Abhiyan. I talked a while during this break, and he said, when I listened to the speeches of Narendra Modi sir, I got inspired toward this. Today my height is 6 foot 3 inches, but she is taller than me. So I find it and permit me to take your name at different forums whenever I speak. Thank you. Honorable Governor has talked about smart country. She has talked about leaders, society, development, and while opening this session, Shashi has also mentioned about these 3: leadership, society, and development. You might have seen a movie called 3 Idiots. When Amir Khan was in a party and somebody asked Amir Khan, "क्या आप लड़के वालों की तरफ से हैं कि लड़की वालों की तरफ से?" आमिर खान ने कहा था कि मैं साइंस की तरफ से। It was excellent answer. हम लोग बहुत बार भूल जाते हैं कि हम लोगों को कभी तीसरी तरफ भी होना है। Today in this hall, most of the people are from corporates or education. Today I represent the society. So my presentation would be from the society side, how to become leader for the society. When we talk about development, West has developed a lot. When you talk about Human Development Index, it is the West, US, Europe. When we talk about the Happiness Index, probably Bhutan is the number 1. When we talk about peace, the East finds the place there. When we talk about the most number of cancer patients, we refer to the developed economy. So are we heading the right way? Is it the development that we are going for? What we want, development or happiness? So there we have to think. Our leader have to think about this, that what kind of development we want. And there is the role of leader, I believe. There is the role of society and happiness, I believe. Today, Assocham has given me an opportunity to speak on this leadership in front of educationalists, corporates. I'm very thankful to S.K. Singh sir for giving me this opportunity. I'm sorry the people from the stage can't see my presentation, but it is his birth anniversary. So without naming him, we cannot discuss anything about leadership. Today India is India. We are a federation of different states. It is because of this person. So let us all remember this person and great contribution to the development of our country and what country is today. It is because of this kind of leader. Today is also an important day. Like Srimati Indira Gandhi was assassinated today in Bhubaneswar, probably 31st October 1985. She was also one of the great leader of this country. So let us remember these 2 great personalities who is linked with this 31st October. Do you know this person? His name is Jadhav Molai Paeng. I think most of you might be knowing him. Yes? Or no? No. Fine, I'll tell you. He is Jadhav Molai Paeng. And if you can see his face, he is an ordinary person, not looking like a leader. But I tell you, he is a leader. Do you know Mahendra Singh Dhoni? Yes. He is also one of the leaders. I got the privilege to play with him for 4-5 years during 98, 99, 2001. When he was in district team, and there was a player called Imran Nazir who came into Pakistan team and hit some century over there at 110 balls. We are playing in Telco ground. I said कि महेंद्र देखो एक नया player आया है 110 बॉल में सेंचुरी किया है. He said कि भैया अगर 70 बॉल में जब तक कोई वनडे में सेंचुरी नहीं करता है वो बढ़िया प्लेयर नहीं. You know, the best quality that Mahendra Singh Dhoni was having, he was very passionate about his cricket. He was not the most skillful person, but he was most passionate, most dedicated, and most humble. I've seen the leader from the I've seen him from very close days, like how he has developed himself from the district player to the national player, and still after national means heading the national team, when he came back to meet us, he was still very humble and very polite, and that is why he has ruled this cricket world for the last 10 years. Do you know Nerumbo lucifera? No. I think you won't know. This is the biological name of this flower. This is called lotus. Lotus is our national flower. You all know? Mundrita, you know? Do you know why this is our national flower? But this flower is not restricted to Indian subcontinent because this flower is revered all around the world. Why this flower has been Indian national flower? What are the qualities this flower has? You all know? Because this is our national flower. Soft. Next. संजय जी बताइए, मुझे ना इंटरनेट में लग रहा है. Come again? Religious value. I told you this flower is revered all across the world. In China, in Cambodia.
It comes from nowhere.
It comes from nowhere. कीचड़ से खिलता है, बड में खिलता है. You know this flower, इनके जो petals and leaves होते हैं ना, they are wax coated. इस पर आप कोई कीचड़ डालेंगे ना, इस पर नहीं लगेगा. And probably this is the only flower जैसे मैंने बताया religiously in India हम लोग बिना धोए उसको फूल को चढ़ा सकते हैं. इनकी एक क्वालिटी जो है वो हम लोगों को बताती है we have to be immune with this kind of wrong thing outside the world. हम लोग उससे डिस्ट्रैक्ट नहीं हो, देता है. कीचड़ आएंगे, क्रिटिसिज्म आएंगे, बैड थिंग्स आएंगे, हम लोगों को उसको आगे बढ़कर के आगे बढ़ना है. वो इम्यूनिटी हमारे अंदर होनी चाहिए, वो वैक्स हमारे क्वालिटीज में, हमारे पर्सनैलिटी में होना चाहिए, जो डॉक्टर राव भी रेफर कर रहे थे. सो दिस इज द वन क्वालिटी दैट लोटस हैव. सेकंड क्वालिटी लोटस की जो है, इनका जो बीज होता है, यू नो दैट हैज गॉट लाइफ ऑफ 1300 इयर्स एज पर कार्बन डेटिंग. इसके जो बीज होते हैं, सीड्स होते हैं, इट हैज गॉट लाइफ ऑफ 1300 इयर्स. इसलिए आप बहुत कम देखते होंगे कि कोई पेड़ लगा रहा है, किसी का पौधा लगा रहा है लोटस का, पूरा पानी सूख जाए, पूरा सूखा आ जाए, फिर जब बारिश आएगी वो अपने आप फर्टिलाइज कर देता है. और ये फ्लावर ऐसा है जिसमें मेल और फीमेल ऑर्गन दोनों होते हैं, इसलिए इसका लाइफ जो होता है बहुत लंबा होता है. और ये फ्लावर पिछले 15 मिलियन ईयर से अर्थ पर है. ये इमोरल कैरेक्टर है. अगर आप अच्छा काम करेंगे तो आप इमोरल हो जाएंगे, बियॉन्ड इमॉर्टल हो जाएंगे, सॉरी बियॉन्ड टाइम. ये लोटस का दूसरा ट्रेट. थर्ड जो लोटस की क्वालिटी है, उसके जितने भी पेटल्स होते हैं वो आइदर 6 या 9 के सीक्वेंस में होते हैं, और नॉर्मली इनकी साइज जो होती है वो 8 इंचेस के आसपास होती है. सो प्रोबेबली दिस इज द मोस्ट बैलेंस्ड फ्लावर. इतना सिमेट्रिकल फ्लावर कोई नहीं है. वो 6 के सीक्वेंस में होंगे या 9 के सीक्वेंस में. ये हमारे वर्क एंड प्रोफेशनल लाइफ सोसाइटी का बैलेंस को सिंबलाइज करता है. हमको डेवलपमेंट एक साइड नहीं करना है जहां कैंसर के केसेस बढ़ जाए. हमको डेवलपमेंट ऐसे नहीं करना जो सर बता रहे थे कि उसके बाद जिंदगी भर हम पिल्स लेकर के सोए. सीईओ एट द एज ऑफ 40 डाइंग ऑफ हार्ट अटैक, सक्सेसफुल है या नहीं? हाईली सक्सेसफुल पर्सन, एंटरप्रेन्योर ऑफ द ईयर अवार्ड, 45 इयर्स में डाइवोर्स हो गया. सक्सेसफुल है या नहीं? ये जो वर्क प्रोफेशनल लाइफ बैलेंस है, दिस हैज टू बी मेंटेन इन दिस लोटस gives us. Lotus is the only flower जिसका एक एक भाग यूज किया जा सकता है, whether it is petal, leaf, seeds जिसको कमल गट्टा बोलते हैं, कमल ककड़ी, उसके stems, everything is being used, and all these being used for good purposes, whether you call it medicine or fragrances or anything, everything. So this is why this is our lotus is national flower, and it is a great leader. It teaches us how to become a great leader. You know, man is creature of infinite potential. Everyone is leader. हम लोगों को उसको एनर्जाइज करना होता है अपने अंदर. वो छोटी बच्ची जैसे अपने आप को सोचना स्टार्ट करती है. Everything comes from the gene. मुझे बचपन में अमूल मिल्क पाउडर चीनी के साथ खाने की आदत थी. I used to eat a lot. Today my son eats it. He has never seen me eating it. But how he got this habit? Through my gene. If that a small habit of eating Amul milk with sugar gets into my gene and gets transferred to my kids, you just think if you want to produce leader, you have to become leader first. You have to think like this. छोटे छोटे इनिशिएटिव्स हमको करने पड़ेंगे. आपने पिछले एक साल में कितना पेड़ लगाया ये सोचना पड़ेगा. जब आपको कोई नहीं देख रहा था, आपने कोई ट्रैफिक रूल तोड़ा कि नहीं ये देखना पड़ेगा. झारखंड में पॉलीथीन बैन है, आपने पॉलीथीन लिया कि नहीं देखना होगा. आपने ब्लड डोनेशन कितने बार किए हैं. और ये मुझे पता चला पिछले 4-5 सालों से जब मैं एक संस्था का चेयरमैन बना, इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ कॉस्ट अकाउंटेंट ऑफ इंडिया रांची चैप्टर, मैंने अपने बच्चों के साथ ये शुरू किया और बच्चों ने मुझे सिखाया. पिछले 5 सालों में उन्होंने 2500 पेड़ लगाए हैं और करीब 2500 ब्लड का कलेक्शन किया बाय स्टूडेंट्स. They are the leaders. आप सड़क पर जा रहे, छोटा सा पत्थर हटा दिए, आप बिकम लीडर. उसके लिए कोई फ्लावरी थ्योरी की जरूरत नहीं होती. आपके हजारों एग्जाम्पल्स आपके आसपास में हैं. एक एग्जाम्पल मैंने आपको दिखा रहा हूं, जिसके बारे में मैंने बताया आपको, जिनका नाम है जाधव मोलाई पाइन. ये व्हाट्सएप Shri Jadhav Molai Payeng in 1979, because of flood, one whole island got inundated and all vegetation has gone by. It was deserted kind of, and a lot of snakes started dying. This young man of 16 years of age started talking to the people that if snakes can die on this island, one day we will also die. Nobody listened to us and converted one barren land into a forest. Today that forest is called Molai Forest, named after him. It's a man of ordinary capacity can do this. It clearly tells that God has given us immense potential. It is we have to energize ourselves. Mr. Sinha was talking about cataract of the vision. Yes, we do have cataract of the vision because we cannot see our future so clearly. Thanks to our upbringing system also, we have to come out of this. Then probably you become leader. And we want so many mundritas and small kids to come up and bring change to the society. Thank you very much.
On the street, on the campuses, in the government. Yes, leadership is there inside everybody. All it makes difference is the way of thinking.